Really good, really good. Here we go. We winding it down. We just got a couple more people left. This next person, fantastic. Put your hands together for Mr. Jackson Banks.
Hey everybody. So my hair's getting a little longer, and it's getting annoying because I only have two options to get it out of my face. Like I can do the douchebag hair flip, like, oh god, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Or I can do the really creepy two-hand hair part that's just like, yes, good, good. It's not really a joke, it's more of a nervous tick. If I don't tell it, I scrub my skin until I bleed, so. I read a lot of books over the summer. I used to be a big fan of the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory until I realized it's incredibly racist. And I'll tell you why. Willy Wonka sent out golden tickets to every continent, every corner of the world at random, and every one of those kids was white. The original title of the book was Charlie in the Aryan Super Soldier Cloning Facility. That didn't really fly after WW2. As I want to confide in you something very special to me. In every man's heart, there is a sacred place called a spank bank. And, this is an interactive database of all the women that you can't have, and you access it before you go to bed, and when you wake up in the morning, and after lunch, and when you have a free moment. And I'm kind of hooked on the spank bank. Like, I kind of like the spank bank better than real chicks, because, like, why would I ask a girl out when I've already had sex with her at the center of the earth? It's better. Like, like, why would I hit on a girl? Like, instead of hitting on a girl, I just go up to her and I say, hey, you're in. And then I walk away into the sunset. And that's right, because the spank bank, you can take all the women you couldn't have for that day, and you can combine them into one super chick. Like, she can have the legs of that postal worker, you know, the eyes of that librarian, and the head of a goat. It's not bestiality if it's just the head. Hey, can I got a dream, right? No, I'm not a big sports guy. It's just like the same game being played over and over again, you know. I think they should raise the stakes, you know, like make the players actually play for something. Like every time the Yankees lose, a New Yorker dies. You know, the team that wins the World Series gets to have a water supply. And it'd be cool because, like, you know, if you're the home team and the winning team wins, then they get to rape and pillage your city. They're like, attention New York, this is the Red Sox. Your daughters belong to us now. Well, of course, that's how the bit was written before I came to New York, and I thought you guys could handle the heat. I guess not. Just joking. I don't like walking home alone at night, because every girl who I pass who's also alone just assumes I'm a rapist. And it's true, like when the sun goes down, men's eyes roll back in our heads and we become rapists. It's science. Like, ladies, if you thought tampons were bad, you should try the anti-rape chastity belts that we have to wear at night. It's very cumbersome. And a lot of people are defensive. They're like, it's not men's fault, you know, that's caused by stuff like drugs and alcohol. No, those were invented to dumb down the rape. Without drugs and alcohol, the rapes would be coordinated and swift with plans of attack. It'd be like velociraptor rape. Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park comes in, he's like, the rape comes not from the front, but from the side. And the other two orifices you never even knew you had. That's a good joke, but it's not orgy level. It's always been my dream to tell a joke that's so funny, people just start taking their clothes off. Like I'll get home from the comedy club, my mom's like, well, they laughed, didn't they? I'm like, but they weren't fucking each other. You don't know anything about comedy. I had a bad experience the other day. I was pretty disgusted with myself. There were these two lady comics, and they were both equally funny, brilliant, interesting people, but one of them was hot. So I paid way more attention to her, and I decided I'm so sick of this like commoditizing, like, oh, look at this fine specimen and the dimensions, ugh, good. You know, I just want no part of it anymore. I don't want to be that guy anymore. So ladies, if you ever notice that I make eye contact with you, and then I quickly look away and I say, I will not be part of a flesh market, that means I think you're cute. I'm an insecure guy. I don't like when comics that are younger than me are funnier than me. I know I'm young, but I still get self-conscious. Like, whenever my 19-year-old friend like tells a better joke than me, I just go into Pharaoh mode. I'm like, we have to kill all the healthy baby boys. This can never happen again. Guys, you're wonderful. I'll leave you with the greatest story ever told by me. Sorry. Probably shouldn't set the bar that high. I broke up a young couple a couple months ago. I'm not proud of it, but this is what happened, and this story is 100% true. In fact, in high school, my nickname was Old Jackie, that minister of peace and truth, so you know that you can trust me. So I did a comedy show, and this girl pulled me aside after, and she was like, you're really hot and funny. Man, I got a bunch of single friends, I'm going to hook you up with them, and they're going to fuck you. And I was like, it sounded like a threat, but I was like, okay. So I went over to this party she was throwing, and she had a boyfriend, and they were in love, and they lived together. But when I got to the party, it was just me and her. And, you know, so it was kind of awkward, you know, we kind of joked around. The boyfriend was asleep in the next room. And, you know, we acknowledged, like, we thought the other was attractive, you know, but we didn't do anything. But eventually she turns out the lights, crawls into Jackie's lab, and she says, I want to know what you taste like. To which I reply, I taste like innocence. And then I gave in to my bodily urges, and I stroked the side of her face romantically. And then I was like, we can't do this, you gotta go to bed. So she went to bed. She comes back out again, she's topless. Sorry, no, she's topless. Her tits are out, and she's like, you want to grab these? And I want to, but I don't want to break the holy bounds of living with your boyfriend. But I remembered a method that my theater taught me long ago, my theater teacher taught me long ago, that you can actually send mental energy towards another person. So I spent the next couple minutes just shooting mental lasers at her tits. And then she went to bed. And then I kind of, in the next room, I hear her crying, and she's like, no, I didn't do anything. And she bursts out, she's like, my boyfriend heard everything. You have to go. Yeah, you ruined my life, Jackson Bates, I hate you. So I had to take a cab home, and she texted me the next day, and she was like, oh, we're broke up now. It's all your fault. And at first, I felt really bad. And then I felt like a total badass. Because with the mere stroke of my hand, I was able to vanquish true love. How much time left, Shopkeep? Okay. How are we on time?
2.
2 minutes? Alright, let's keep going. Woo! Party over here. Yeah. I kind of burned through that a little quicker than I thought I would. You guys are looking good. How's it going? I get a new car soon. Well, I got a new car. It was, and everyone's giving me shit about it. They're like, Jack, if you have a new car now, you have a carbon footprint. You're doing your part to destroy the planet. Good. Mother Nature tried to kill us for 1 billion years. I want a piece of that bitch. She killed the dinosaurs, okay? They're like, Mother Nature, please, this is a beautiful ecosystem. She's like, no, I want ponies now. Immediately. Public transportation is really hard. It's super complicated. You think you're going to look on the website and they're going to be like, get on the bus, take it from point A to point B. But it's a lot more complicated. They're like, you're going to get off this bus, you can go to the next one. This one doesn't stop. You have to jump on the bus. You're going to wait for a few hours. A man in a cardigan will come and whisper salam in your ear. You're going to wait for a few more hours. A rabid dog will come up to you. Put it down. After you've waited for a while and you've heard the cock crow for the third time, you're going to deny the Christ. And the next bus should be on its way. Alright, I'll leave you with this, guys. I've been called a sexually repressed Jim Morrison. No, that wasn't a joke. How much time left, shopkeeper? All right.
Yeah.
Woo! Hell yeah! That's why you always practice your set with a stopwatch. But I think I did pretty good.
Jackson Banks, guys. Jackson Banks. Very awesome. Mother Nature just wanted ponies. I'm going to keep that in my head all night. Thanks, dude. Guys, one last competitor. One last guy in the competition portion. Give it up for Mr. Drew Michaels.
Yeah, Drew! This is a very special moment for me. I just turned 29 10 minutes ago, so I could not be happier spending it with you people. I don't know what the fuck you are. It's been a weird one. It's an eclectic mix of people at this show.